My partnership with Christie started a very long time ago. I was looking at the market in terms of where technology was going to go in the future. And Christie was the only company that was really spending a lot of time developing RGB laser and making that a real priority. That investment led to patented technologies. There's been a lot of companies around that are doing dynamic dimming of lasers. And the disadvantages are the variation in color temperature as the lasers are actually dimming. You want to maintain that color temperature and have it be perfect. So Christie have got a new patented technology called VDR, which they're going to be implementing this year. They're pulsing the lasers so quickly that it's actually having no impact on the color being reproduced by the lasers. And most of what they're trying to achieve is actually just a significant improvement in contrast, which has been the downfall of projector systems generally. Most marketing companies in any industry are always chasing the biggest number. And the biggest number is always what's the on-off contrast. So if I turn the picture off to black with no image on it, what is black? And if I put just white on the screen, once again, no image, because you can't see image in white, then what is the difference between that black and that white? But most of our video content is, somebody talking in a lit room or blue skies, or there's generally a higher level of light in most of the content that we watch on our screens. What's actually critical for that is what's called anti-contrast. Anti-contrast is if I throw up a black and white checkerboard on the screen and I measure the difference between the black squares and the white squares, that contrast ratio is a very low number. So marketing companies don't want to measure it and give that number because they want big numbers. But that's actually the most critical for 80-90% of all of your content is anti-contrast. The Christie projectors have the highest anti-contrast of any projector on the market. The color and the black and the white, everything on the screen is just so dynamic. People are like, whoa, I've never seen anything like that before. And what they're actually referencing it back to is direct view televisions. And they didn't realize that this was available in the type of projection technologies that were in the industry. They have no reference point for what actually is a truly great projected image. But as people get to see these projector technologies in the flesh, they'll realize projection is the way forward. Both of our global award-winning cinemas feature M4K 25 projectors. There aren't a lot of projectors on the market in our industries around this sort of price point that have the type of ultra brightness RGB laser projection that Christie offers. So having 15,000 lumens, 25,000 lumen options within the M4K series means that we can select the right model based on the size of the screen and the room and the client budget to get the right outcome for our clients. That's why we believe in Christie and where they're going. And a decade down the line, we're now the exclusive partner for Christie Digital for Australia and New Zealand. And we've got this exceptionally strong relationship that we really value highly.